Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the month of July 2024. Today we are going to be doing a Celtic cross spread to overlook your month. The cross section I'll read first, the line up the side I will read second, and I like to read them as sort of like physical versus spiritual or incorporating spiritual. So the cross is your physical side manifesting here in the corporeal world, and the side up here is more your spiritual creaminess and how it's vibing with you in this and how it's helping you out or hindering you, which hopefully that's not the case. So let's see what it's doing for you this July. Keep in mind, if you don't mind, these two came out at the same time, so we'll take them, that you have the full moon in Capricorn that was the beginning of this month, very end of June. And that's very much about building new plans, laying new foundations for new things. So if you are setting up something new, this is a good time for that. A lot of the readings I've been doing this month have had that in it as an element. So I think just in general, there's a lot of new beginnings that are coming up for people. Oh, hello. And this is a month in Mercury retrograde, the entire month of July. So just keep that in mind as well, because if you are starting something new, if you're doing any travel plans, if you're trying to set anything in motion, whoa, way too many. That motion may be denied or delayed by the Mercury retrograde energy. So we all know that can be a bit of a pain. So if you are starting anything, this might be a really good month to just start laying plans, right? This is just a good planning month. All right, Taurus, let's see what we got for you. Six of Swords, and in the near future, oh, come right on out. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Excellent. So it looks like you giving us King of Swords energy, right? You are sitting in a position of strength. You're sitting in a position of intellectual strength. You find yourself to be very clear-headed about something, about whatever this month is, just seeing you going into it feeling pretty sure of yourself. And I think maybe if there's a relationship involved here, which the Two of Cups often is, right? A card of relationships, could be just partnerships in general, but it is a card of bringing two things together. It is a card of some kind of coming together of two things, right? Obviously, it's pretty strongly indicated here. And probably romantic, but it doesn't have to be. You're vibing in an intellectual way. You're feeling very clear-headed about the relationship. You feel like, I think you know where it is, where it's headed. I think you feel like you trust it, whatever this thing is. The Eight of Wands is showing me that you are trying to create something. You're trying to either put something in motion. This is me as a card of manifestation. It's like a minor arcana magician. You are throwing out a bunch of rods of manifestation into the world. You're trying to create something new. Could also be that you are receiving something, that you have put a lot of manifestation out and you're receiving something. You can be receiving messages. It's quick action, right? This is speedy. So there's a lot of fiery, fast movement. So you could be getting some messages from someone regarding this partnership. That could be the energy surrounding this. It could be that you're trying really hard to make something work, and it doesn't seem to. I don't know that it's necessarily not working, but I think it's still in the I'm trying to make it work phase. I'm trying to manifest this thing. I'm throwing out the vibes. I don't know that you've caught any of them back yet. I don't know that you're getting back the answers that you're looking for yet, or that you've seen this thing manifest yet that you're putting out there. But I do think you're leaning into your spiritual side. You're definitely allowing yourself to see this from a perspective of high cerebral, intellectual and spiritual energy. Because obviously you're coming from an intellectual perspective. You're using your brain to think about this. You're thinking about this logically. But you are not doing that to the neglect of the spiritual side of things. I think you understand it incorporates all of those things. Whatever this Two of Cups situation is that you seem to be in here. So you are trying to utilize your spiritual and your intellectual strengths to move through or to create, to help bring about whatever the outcome is for this Two of Cups situation. So the Six of Swords is showing me that the recent past has been maybe a little uncertain. This Two of Cups situation was a little uncertain in the past. Your relationship had been a little bit rocky, maybe a little bit like treacherous, maybe not horrible though. The Six of Swords is more about moving through waters that are unknown, but not horrible. They are maybe a little choppy, but they're not undoable, unnavigable. They're just a little bit nerve-wracking, but you are protected by a guide. You've got somebody moving you through those waters, right? You've got this guy here who's moving you through all of this, and you've got the giant moon. You have the full moon, moonlight guiding you along. So you are not lost. You are not without help. So you have been moving through some uncertainty in this Two of Cups relationship, but you've been moving through it with guidance. Either both of you have been very mature about this, or one of you has been very mature about this and has been kind of helping to guide it along in a way that has been productive. So you have made it through the choppy parts. And I think you are now getting towards the Queen of Pentacles, which is a very grounded card of powerful, nurturing strength, right? The Queen of Pentacles is a card of obviously a queen who is very well-heeled and walks with a lot of confidence and a lot of belief in themselves and the ability to take care of themselves and the people in their lives. So I think you are moving towards a situation or moving towards an energy in this relationship of stability, possibly real stability, like moving into, we're going to make some decisions that's going to make this what this is going to be. I think maybe you're getting some of that. Like, it's okay, well, now we've moved through this uncertainty and I think we're getting a little bit more certain here. And let's get maybe a little bit more domestic about it. Let's maybe get a little bit more realistic about it. Let's maybe get a little bit more mature about what this is, whatever this is. All right, so Page of Pentacles with the Two of Cups and the King of Swords. It's slow. The progress has been slow. The progress has been, possibly whatever this is a concern. Maybe you were concerned about money or finances in a relationship, or maybe not concerned so much as finances were just playing a part in it. Yeah, I think maybe might be what it is. You're trying to build up the stability of your relationship, just trying to build up the stability of this partnership, and it had been moving a little bit slowly. It had been progressing, but maybe not progressing with the speed that you had been hoping. And you're maybe finding yourself wanting that to move a little bit more quickly, feeling some impatience. But I think that it's moving now. I think you know that it's starting to reach its apex, its final thing. It's starting to crest and happen for you. The Eight of Wands. Let's see if we've got any clarification. Yep, okay. The Knight of Pentacles, again, right? Gives that kind of slow moving but sure-footed energy towards the better outcome here, the stability. So you've been working towards the stability. You've laid that, and this is just the Eight of Wands. Okay, so I think you want speed, but speed ain't here when it comes to developing whatever this thing is, or coming towards the conclusion to whatever this thing is. You are waiting for it to happen, and it hasn't quite happened yet. But you put it out there. You've put everything out there that you can to make this thing happen now, to come to its natural conclusion, what you hope is its natural conclusion, or its next step. Maybe conclusion isn't the word. I think it's next step. I don't see any real finality in anything here. There's no tens or anything. Everything seems very like it's in the process of still moving on towards something else. All right, so the High Priestess. Let's see if we've got any clarification for the High Priestess here for Taurus for July. High Priestess. Yeah, I mean, you're being mature about this for sure. You are looking at this from a perspective of, I want to ascend. To use the parlance of our times. I want to reach the next level, but I want our relationship to do that. I want this Two of Cups to do that. I don't want to do this on my own. Okay, Three of Swords. So you're trying to utilize you're trying to be super chill and spiritual about it to avoid the potential heartbreak that could come with it, that could, of trying to avoid feeling to hurt or to hurt others. You're trying not to be harsh or move too quickly. Spirit is trying to help you avoid feeling hurt, right? Avoid this Three of Swords, this pain that could be caused by being too sure of the logic of things. Too sure that if you do this, then XYZ will happen, right? Just because you add in spirit world, just because you add 2 and 2 together doesn't mean you're necessarily going to get 4, right? So I think that it's trying to say, spirit is here to help you feel kind of above that, above being too connected to this outcome, whatever this outcome is that you're hoping for, so that you're able to let the natural inclination of the universe come through. You want to let that outcome happen that's going to be best for you spiritually, really. I mean, best for your soul. Yes, best for your life, but best for your soul in general. All right. Yeah, this is the Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles came out while I was saying that. So I think this is about you knowing that you're trying, Queen of Pentacles, you're reaching for that version of yourself that's going to be the most stable and feel the best and feel the most secure. And I think you want this Two of Cups partnership to be a part of that, to buoy that up, to be there with you so that you can have that Ten of Pentacles and so that you can have this thing that you need. But I think you know that that may or may not be how you end up there, right? You've got the Six of Swords that you've been working through with this Two of Cups thing, this partnership. And you have been smart, and you have been strong, and you have been patient, and you have been trying to make it work. And you've been using your intellect and all of your tools in your tool chest to get to where you can feel stable, where you can feel how you want to feel. Like you don't have to worry about the situation, but you can feel in control of the situation. And you don't have to feel like you're being too harsh. I don't think you want to hurt anybody. I think it's really important to you that you don't hurt anybody. Seven of Cups. Okay, so yeah, choices. You don't want to hurt anybody, but you know that I think you know everybody has choices. I think you know that everybody can choose what's going to, there's many different options. You are not the only factor in this choice. You're not the only factor in the decision that's going to be made here. And so there are lots of different elements that are going to go into it. And there's lots of different outcomes that could happen. And you are, again, I think at peace with that. I think you're being at peace with that. I think the universe is giving you the spiritual energy to be at peace with that and not feel like you're overwhelmed by that. Overwhelmed by the choices, outcomes that may come, which I think is something, again, there we go, that just flipped out as I was saying that. I think you just want to make sure that you're chill with the outcomes. Yes, it could be any number of outcomes, and yes, maybe in the past, that's given you a little bit of anxiety. You've been a little bit about all the different possibilities, about all the different things that could come, about all the different worries, about all the, oh no, what if I have to leave this behind? What if I have to leave that behind? What if I have, what if this happens? What if that happens? I think there's been some what if that you've allowed yourself to get a little bit plagued by as this King of Swords energy in your head. And I think it's time to stop playing the what if game because you're ready to accept what is and not worry about what if, right? That's this Queen of Pentacles here. So give me something about the Queen of Pentacles. If you want to give me anything, the High Priestess did come out. I think that really doubled down on that vibe for me. And the High Priestess and the Queen of Pentacles do often give me a similar feeling of that very grounded, at peace, energy of strength, energy of maternal truth. Beauty, like feeling a person who is confident, a person who is in their energy and walking, like see how she's walking with such grace and poise, somebody who's really feeling that for themselves and is walking in their truth and is walking independently through life, is able to move. So let's see, is there anything else that you want to give me on that Queen of Pentacles? Universe, is there anything else you want to do to elaborate on that for us before we move into the spiritual Ace of Pentacles? Right, yeah. And this is just really saying you are ready to be stable. You are ready to be stable, whatever that means. You want for this Two of Cups to be stable with you. You want this partnership to be what makes the stability. That's what you've been trying to manifest. That's what you've been working towards. It's been a bit of an arduous process. It hasn't necessarily manifested. You're not sure if it's going to still, and you're a little bit concerned about the different outcomes because they're not all positive. And whoever else is involved in this is their own person, so they may make a choice that is not the choice that you want, but you understand that you're going to have to accept whatever choice that is and go ahead and do whatever is going to be best for you to make sure that you are stable and you are happy, whether or not that person is included, you know? And you hope that that person's included. I think you really do. I think you really want that. And I think that they really want that too. I think that you are in usually the Two of Cups is a soul contract, right? It's a partnership that is divine. So, and again, it doesn't have to be a love partnership. It could just be like somebody you met. It could be a friendship. Any relationship. Not all relationships have to be romantisch. All right. Give me a spiritual card now. Universe, a card that's about the spirit for Taurus for this month of July. What's Taurus got? What's Taurus got going on? What's the universe and the spirit world saying and doing? Whoa. It's kind of a lot there. All right. We'll take it, though. We'll take it. Hermit, you've been spending some time alone. You've been kind of spending some time in your head about this. You've been in your head about this. I definitely think you are a little bit concerned, but it's time for the change. It's definitely time for the change to happen. Death is saying it is time to go ahead and allow that stuff to come through. You know that this relationship, this connection is important to you. It feels like it's spiritually divine. It could be a soul mate kind of energy. So you're really hoping that it all works out. You're really hoping that this person comes along. This transformation doesn't take them away from you. I think that's I think you're really a little bit nervous about that here. The Hermit, the Ace of Cups, the Seven of Swords. I am a bit in my head. I am a bit secluded and isolated in my worry about this. I am a little concerned. The Seven of Swords is, I am seeing that this is maybe a little bit, I don't know. Am I going to have to be sneaky? Am I gonna have to cut this person out of my life? Am I gonna have to make sacrifices I don't want to have to make, in order for this to work? I don't know. I'm a little bit concerned. I think you're a little bit in your head about that. I think with this Ace of Cups that you got the right thing going internally about yourself here. So it's not about them, and that's okay. It doesn't always have to be about other people. It can be about you and just about you. And you have to sometimes make decisions that are best for you that don't include everybody else. All right. Well. well. How lovely. Okay. So what a nice way to end. It looks like even though you are in your head a little bit and concerned and maybe isolating yourself or keeping quiet, and because of that you feel maybe like you're being a little shady and not forthright 100% about maybe that you're ready for this thing to happen, that you're ready to make this shift, that you're ready to make these decisions. Maybe it's been going on for so long and you've been building it up and you've been working on it for such a long time. This other person may not be anticipating this coming to a head because they are figuring there's never going to be a head because it's been going on for so long. But I think you are ready to make that change, and you know that the universe is giving you that gift, that the opportunity is here. You're ready to take it. You know that you've done all the work. You've done everything you can. Let's put it that way. I think you felt like you in this relationship, in this partnership, Hermit again, this partnership, you've done everything you can. You've allowed yourself to do the intellectual work for long enough. Alone, too. I mean, you've done it with this other person. You've helped them. You've held their hand. I think you've been very patient and you've been very loving and nurturing and trying to be understanding both for yourself and for them. I think inside your head, though, you're a little bit like, okay, this can only go on for so long. Like, come on, man. Or come on, woman. Come on, woman. Come on, whomever. Ten of Swords, right? Yeah. It's time for this to change now. It's time for this thing to do its thing. It's time for the transformation to happen. You're done. The Ten of Swords is very much I'm done. I've spent enough time on this mentally. I can't do it anymore. I can't spend any more time on this to make this work. I am tired. Intellectually, I'm done. I'm all tapped out, right? So I don't think you're worrying about it so much. I mean, I think you were. I think there are elements, I think, more of being worried about the other person's feelings and less about, might as well. Yeah, sure. They're all popping out. I'm getting these big long ones, but they seem to be elaborating nicely. So we'll just take them all. They seem to be appropriate. So why not? So, okay. Yeah. So 10 of Swords, again, I think you're really ready. You're done. I think, and this is the energy that's coming in. This is the universe. The universe is done. The universe agrees. I think the spirit is in agreement with you that you have spent a lot of time on this thing, that this thing has been really difficult for you, and that you have spent a lot of intellectual time on it, and that you don't need to be continuing to do that. If it's difficult for you, if it's hurting you, if it's making you exhausted, if every day feels like a struggle, then even though this might be a soulmate, even though this might be somebody that you really love and care about, you have to worry about what's best for you. You have to do the thing that's going to make this thing move so that you can feel stable. So your hopes and fears here, your hopes and fears, I think, is that you know that this is a soul relationship. You know that this person matters to you. You know that this person is important to you, and this person is important to your life and your life story. I don't think there's any denying that. I think that you are very aware that should they have follow what you have given them direction-wise, right? I think it's interesting that the Six of Swords has shown up in here. It was also over here. Like you have been, I'm getting the vibe here that you are the Queen of Swords in this situation. You are the one that has given them this direction, or somebody else maybe in your purview that's been helping. I don't know, but there has been somebody who has given you direction, this person direction, throughout this experience, and you have been trying to steer the ship in the best possible way. You have been trying to steer this person with you towards, okay, look, if we do this, if you do this, and I do this, it's going to work. You know, I think you know that if directions are followed, if lessons are learned and the path is followed that you have laid before meticulously for so long, that the 10 of Cups is possible. It's 100% possible. But I think you also are afraid that person's like, look, I can't do this. I'm going to walk away from that. I'm not going to be able to. I think you're also afraid that you're going to be like, look, you're not doing it. You're not doing this. I know you want to do this, but you're not doing it. You're not capable of doing it. You have not shown that you can do it, and I need to walk away. Even though you're so important to me, I have to walk away. So I think your fear, your hopes and fears, is that the outcome is going to be the same either way for you. You are going to be happier. You are going to feel more fulfilled. You are going to be in a 10 of Pentacles. You are going to have the sun shining through you and at your situation. It's not going to be quick. Knight of Pentacles. It's going to still take time. Right? This is slow moving energy. This isn't that upsetting for how much I feel like it's been slow. I mean, I really think you want this to move quickly. I think you are so ready. You are so ready. I just think that the powers that be, the universe, the way things are working, the way the universe and the earth is all moving together, it's just not moving as quickly as you want. And that's just the way it's going to be. But it is moving towards what's best for you. You are reaching stable ground. You are going to be in this, whether or not that 2 of Cups comes with you. I think you were saying, look, whether it's a partnership in a business or it's a partnership in life, this thing you've plodded along for a while trying to get them to get on board with you for the plan that needs to be taken in order for everything to work out the way that's going to be best for everybody, not just for you. I think you know, like, if it's going to be a partnership, if this partnership is going to work out and we're going to continue with it, or it's going to become more than that or whatever, this is what we need to do. Here it is. And I think you're like, okay, are they going to do it or are they not going to do it? And I don't know. I mean, at this point, I'm not seeing whether or not they're necessarily going to take the bait. I just am seeing that you are done with waiting. And I think that's good, because the reality is it doesn't matter what they choose, right? The High Priestess. Yes, it may create some level of sadness. It may create some anxiety, but it's whatever's going to happen is going to be what's best for you, because you have been laying the groundwork for it to be the way that's going to be best. Like, the path that's going to be the path to manifest the thing you want. Whether or not this person is willing to get on board with that, I don't know. And I think that you are not really willing to shift that path much. I think you have created that. You have figured out the answer for yourself. I'm not going to get any elaborators on this. I don't think we need clarifiers. Honestly, there's 3 that came out, and I think they're pretty much clarifying themselves, which is this: you know that the path you've set is going to lead you towards that 10 of Pentacles. You have done all the work to figure that out. You have Hermione Grangered your way through the whole thing, right? You are 100% sure. You have done all the research. You have looked at all the outcomes. This is the path you want to go down. If you are with this person or with this partnership, they need to do this with you in this way, or it's not going to work. You've tried doing it the other ways, I think. I think you've taken the path and you've done the dirty work, and the dirty work didn't, and you've cleaned it up. You see what the clean path is now. It's like either they're going to walk with you or they're not. But you know what the path is, and that's the path you're walking. And it's not necessarily, this is a oracle card I'm going to read, which is the Witch's Oracle. I want to clarify a little bit on that. But I was going to say, it's not necessarily going to be quick. Again, that Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles are always kind of slow-moving energy. So your patience may still be a little bit tested, but you're going to do what is best for you. And, whether or not that person or that partnership comes along, I guess we'll see. The Moon is the oracle card that we pulled here. Timing. As Queen of Heaven, the Moon represents all things feminine, including motherhood. It's nice because we had this High Priestess came out a couple times. So I feel like there is a lot of feminine energy here, including motherhood, clairvoyance, intuition, dreams, and fertility. Mythically, she is consort to the Lord Sun. How lovely. Reflecting his light in the darkness. As such, she illuminates the subconscious realms and can help bring things to light. She also controls weather patterns, tides, and female cycles. Nice, okay. When the moon appears, it indicates that timing is an important issue. To consider, everything has its moments. Sorry, timing is an important issue to consider. Everything has its moment of great potency and expression. What has been hidden from you will soon be revealed as you let things flow without obstruction. This High Priestess, right? Let it happen, girls or sir. Let it happen, or others. Let it happen. If seeking fertility, develop a close bond with our Mother the Moon and call for her assistance during the full moon phase. You carry hidden treasures and potentials which can be effectively explored at the moment. Plant seeds for a bright future and plan ahead. Seek the meaning of any dreams that come to you now and spend time developing your intuitive skills into knowing. High note, heavenly light illuminates a hidden treasure. Low note, don't be deceived. Learn to stand in your power. Yeah, so I think you are ready to go forward. You know what's best. You're feeling your intuition. You've been listening to it. You are allowing it to happen. You're allowing the universe to move through you. You're allowing the best opportunity to happen for you, and you're taking it for yourself. So just know that going forward, if you listen to your intuition and it feels good and you know that it's right for you, it's best for you, it's going to turn out the best for you in your life, it's going to be for your highest good, and this other person or this other thing isn't going to follow and doesn't want to come along, you may have to let that go and say, okay, we're going to go on different paths. You don't want to follow down this path. I know this path is what's best for me. And so long as you stay chill about it and don't allow yourself to get overwhelmed by emotions because things may have to end, you're going to be okay. You're going to be really good. Based on what this says up here, you're going to be solid. But it's not going to happen overnight. So know that even though you're putting in a lot of energy and you're putting in a lot of intensity, things may still take time. So I hope that this was helpful for you, Taurus. If it resonated, please feel free to comment down below if you have anything to say. If you saw anything differently, I'd love to hear what you have to say about that. I hope you have a wonderful July. Happy 4th if you celebrate. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.